What's up? Oh man, I'm loving the weather. It says it's 88 degrees on my temperature. Oh, 87. I guess it's gonna drop, but it feels a lot cooler than what it is. Probably like 70 or whatever. Nice and sunny. Awesomeness. Yes. Okay, so many of you, if not all of you, might know of what Harley-Davidson had produced in the past. I believe it was like 2009 to something, I don't know, the XR 1200, which is basically a Sportster like in a cafe or standard configuration. It was a cool looking bike, but you know, it didn't really sell too well here. I think it sold a lot more in the European market than it did here. So, you know, they quit making it. But lo and behold, Harley-Davidson has come back with something else. What is it? Of course, it is the Street 750. And not the regular Street 750. I like totally forgot. It's called the Street Rod 750. Yes, you know, they dropped the V-Rod, and now they have a Street Rod, which is not at dealers yet. So the 2017 Street Rod 750, and that thing looks pretty sick. I'll tell you that it looks so cool, man. Now this is a cool looking standard style of motorcycle. It is awesome. It's not like, well, I guess it, from the outward appearance, the Street Rod looks like the Street, just the 750 Street, but there are significant changes, Harley-Davidson says, and they are pretty significant. But anyways, I'll get to that a little later on. But why did Harley-Davidson decide to make such a change up? I mean, what have we seen so far? So far, Harley-Davidson has made a new engine, right? Well, the engine that's in the Street 750 is still a fairly new engine. When the V-Rod came out, that was a new engine. And now they have the Milwaukee 8. That's a new engine. And the derived engine, the engine that's in the Street 750 is derived off of the V-Rod. So the one that's in there's a lot of street and everything on. The one that's in the Street Rod now, the 2017 Street Rod, is it's the same engine. It's just tuned a little differently. Why did Harley-Davidson decide that they're going to make a standard style motorcycle? Well, anybody who knows the FZ07, the FZ07 is kind of like, I don't see it, you know, but people say it's in that sporty category, not as in, oh, it's a sport bike. I mean like Sportster, Sportster type of motorcycle. It's you know what it is, I guess. I don't know. I don't really see them the same, but apparently Harley-Davidson says that they kind of see that as a threat to their Sportster lineup. So that is the big reason why Harley-Davidson has made the Street Rod, and I think it looks pretty cool. You know, it's a really cool looking bike. I would love to do a test ride whenever I can. The Street Rod 750 is meant to you know, appeal to a certain demographic or to a certain type of person, which Harley-Davidson does not currently hold in the market. Harley-Davidson Harley-Davidson also has a Sportster Roadster, or that's weird, a double S, Sportster Roadster. Yeah, they have a Sportster that's called the Roadster, and that is supposed to be like their, you know, standard style bike or cafe racer. But for some reason, you know, I was talking to at the dealership, I was talking to one of the sales guys, and they said that it doesn't really do too well. And, you know, they were kind of, or he was kind of alluding to maybe Harley-Davidson might be dropping it or something, but I don't know if they're going to do that. Maybe it doesn't sell too well in this area. I have no idea. For those that think the Street Rod 750 is just a street 750 with a cafe style or a standard style tail on the rear end, you would be wrong, my friend. You would be wrong. And that's what I kind of thought in the beginning until I really looked at the bike and then I started reading about it. Well, the Street Rod 750 does have a sweet rear end on it. I'll give you, that thing looks nice. I'm really digging that. And not only that, but it also has 17-inch wheels front and back. So it's got big hoops on it, and that gives it a little bit more height. So it'll be able to really get into the corners without scraping parts like the Sportster does. The Sportster scrapes parts. It scrapes the pegs. It'll scrape the exhaust. So the only thing that's actually shared from the Street 750 to the Street Rod 750 are the frame, oh yeah, and the gas tank. But even then, it's a little different, right? It does share those two aspects, or those parts, but on the tank, it is actually moved from its current position on the on the Street 750. Man, can I just call it the S750 and the SR 750? I'm gonna do that. Yes, let's do that after this light. Okay, so yes, on the SR 750, the tank is moved slightly forward, put the rider in a better position for riding and to really go in and out of traffic, have a quick and nimble motorcycle. Now, the other things that have changed is pretty much everything else. Okay, so on the rake on this bike, they went from a 32 degree to a 27 degree rake on the Street Rod. That's to make it more sporty. There is also 10 millimeter more travel in the suspension front and back in the rear. Now, to accommodate the 17-inch wheels front and back, well, I guess it would only be the back, they Harley-Davidson made a longer swing arm, which also helps with the maneuverability of that motorcycle. And one thing that's really cool what they did is they have inverted forks on the front. And I believe they are a larger diameter fork. I believe so. I don't remember, but I think they are. Other than that, let me see, what else is there? Oh, they do have a larger air filter box that allows more air in, but they still gotta keep the noise down because of the EPA, just to satisfy them little buggers. But it does produce more horsepower. It produces more torque than the standard or the Street 750, the SR. And on the Street Rod 750, it has a dual throttle body setup instead of a single throttle body, as well as having an individual intake manifold for each cylinder head, which is awesome. I think Harley-Davidson said that the Street Rod 750 is a race engine. Now, what the heck is that engine called? The Revolution X, I think? Oh my gosh. I can't remember that. Anybody, somebody will correct me. So yeah, it's got the racing style Revolution X engine. Oh, well, that's what Harley-Davidson says. It's a racing style. So I could see definitely Harley-Davidson, you know, entering this Street Rod 750 into like the flat track races. And of course, that would be competing directly against Indian motorcycles in their Indian Scout flat track racer, which was, you know, that's a pretty cool looking bike. The Street Rod also has a really cool braking system. What I mean by really cool, I think it's cool. It has a dual brake setup at the front, which is very, very impressive when it comes to Harley-Davidson, because they don't do those types of things. You know, they do it on the big, heavy touring bikes, but other than that, you know, that's not something they do. So to have a dual disc brake setup in the front is just amazing, especially for performance. So they've gone ahead and done that, and that's the difference between also the regular Street 750 and the Street Rod 750. Another thing is the compression is up. They upped the compression, so they put a bigger cam in it, or cams, should I say. So it's I think it's 12 to 1. I think it's up a little bit. I don't know those specs, but I know it's up a little bit. And what else? Oh, the price. The price of the Street Rod 750 is going to be like $86.99. So $8,700, and you can have yourself a street 750. That is not what it is. A Street Rod 750. Hopefully I could get a test ride on that motorcycle, the Street Rod 750. I'm trying to work up a connection with an HD dealer that I go by very frequently. And you know it's frequent when you can go in there and they know you by name. I mean, that's cool, right? I guess so. Anyways, I like going by there and talking shop and whatnot. So yeah, the Street Rod 750 looks pretty good. I like that bike. Cool bar end mirrors, got the whole street looking motorcycle. Hopefully Harley Davidson can continue to make these changes and, you know, up their brand value and the reliability and all that good stuff. And, you know, Harley Davidson is mainly looking to get their product out there to people who have really never considered Harley Davidson because of the whole cruiser thing. So there's a possibility maybe Harley Davidson is going to produce or try to produce a sport bike. That would be pretty cool. Not like the Buell. No Buells, please. No Buells. They were just too slow. And they were cool. I'll give you, they were cool, man. I liked them. But in the sport bike category, you know, it just really wasn't a sport bike. It was a Sportster engine. But maybe they'll make a 4-cylinder or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, yeah, until then, right till the wheels fall off.
This has been another random weekday video by your very own Vbeast. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most